Kia ora Otatahi and welcome back to another episode of Canstaff Sport. My name is Emma Olsen.
My name is James Sexton. This week I got to check out fencing at the Orange Theory Stadium. And one thing I actually picked up on fencing, on the tip of the sword, they actually have a little button.
A
little button. So you know you've actually stabbed him. I always thought you just felt it. Insane. You're going to learn all about it this episode.
And I had heaps of fun watching Canterbury's speed skating's last session for the year, where they had a teams competition. Now there was skaters from the age of 64 all the way down to 4 years old competing against one another. It was very thrilling to watch, so let's see what we captured. We've come down to Christchurch's one and only ice rink to check out speed skating. It's their last session for the year and they'll be competing against one another in teams. Now, you're probably thinking what I'm thinking. What the heck is speed skating? Well, let's go check it out.
Go to the start. Ready?
Today we are here with Coach Ben and we're going to ask him a little bit about speed skating. So how long have you been coaching for?
3 years now.
Yeah. And what got you into coaching?
I was a senior skater here and I transitioned into a coaching position.
So what are the different races?
The shortest is a 500 metre, which is purely a sprint. Then we've got the 1000, which is a bit more longer, but it's still pretty quick. Then the 15, which is a bit more strategy. Yeah.
So getting into a bit about the athletes that will be racing today, who should we be looking out for? Who are some of the up-and-coming stars?
Definitely Taylor is one to watch. And then we've got Ethan, our junior national skater.
So today we're here with Ethan, who is one of the NZ Rep speed skaters, and we're going to talk to him about speed skating. Who would have thought? So, you've won a bronze medal at the Winter Youth Olympics. What did that feel like?
Oh, it was a great experience. I had made a lot of friends with my team, and yeah, we all skated real well and pulled through with this bronze medal.
And you're supposed to be in Calgary, Canada at the moment, training, but obviously COVID got in the way of that. How has that affected your training?
Oh, I was planning to leave at the start of this year in preparation for this season, which was Olympic qualifying. So it's obviously had a toll on my training this year, so I've ended up just doing a bunch of cycling and training here, but that doesn't compare to what I would have been doing in Canada, so I'm pretty gutted with that.
How does the cycling help?
Oh, it's just similar muscles in the legs, and hill riding, just a bunch of volume in the legs.
Tell us what your craziest race story is.
There would have to be Stephen Gregory. I don't know how long ago it was, but he was coming last the whole race, and in the last corner everyone fell over and he won the gold medal.
Are you ever in a race where you think that when you're coming last that you want everyone to fall over and that happened to you?
I sure hope, but it's very doubtful these days.
And 2022 Olympics, is that on the cards for you?
Definitely. I'm hoping the next season that happens, I'm not sure when that will be, but I'm hoping it's not too late to qualify in that season.
So this is Leona and she's one of the NZ Rep speed skaters as well, and we'll talk to her about speed skating. So how long have you been speed skating for?
I've been speed skating for 9 years.
Wow, and what got you into it?
My mum actually got like a coupon thing to bring me here, so she came and I found it really fun and I just asked to come again, so
Never looked back?
Never.
And what are your biggest achievements within speed skating?
I got an Australian and New Zealand title in the Australian Nationals.
Wow.
I found that pretty good.
And remind us, how old are you?
I'm 13.
13, and she's already got that title. Now that's pretty impressive. And what's the hardest thing about speed skating?
I find breaking records really hard. Just once you get to sort of that time you get to, and then it's really hard to break it. And once you break it, you just go down, down, down. Your times get better and better, and then you find a point where you just get stuck there, and you have to work really, really hard to beat it again.
So why do you love speed skating?
Because it's fun and I love it.
Because it's fun and I love it, and I get to go really fast.
Because my dad was in the newspaper once, so I wanted to try and get as good as him.
The thrill of being able to do 30 k's an hour and not on a bike, because on a bike you couldn't do 30 k's an hour around a corner like this. Plus now, I'm giving it back to the kids. Yeah, helping them get better, you know? And it's also a selfish reason. I want them to get better enough to draw me out so I can go a little bit faster.
Do you need great people? Call Canstaff. With our contract staff, you get who you need, when you need them. It's your business with our people. Go to canstaff.co.nz or call 0800 11 2211.
Cool, so we're down here at the Fencing Institute, joined by Kate Brill, one of the fencing coaches. Now, Kate, first question. For someone who doesn't know the sport, could you just run me through how to actually bout?
How to bout? Wow. Well, you need another person, and you. So we have electric gear here. You plug in, and you are going to fence for hits. Normally 5 hits in a bout. And it involves hitting the other person, and your game is to hit the other person and not have them hit you.
Simple as that.
That's it.
Awesome. Could you please explain to me as to what brings you to the sport of fencing, or why do you love it so much? These are tough questions. I've got the good questions here.
It's a bit like cat and mouse, I suppose. You're pitting yourself against this other person, and you have some things that you do really well, and so do they, and so you're playing a game of who can be the top dog, I suppose, who can trick them, who can catch them out, who can, the joy of executing something really well. Like one of my fences, I was just practicing something and then I saw her hit with that in her bound. So it's, the joy of execution and mastery and outwitting the other person.
So
having fun.
It's almost like a competition, but also at the same time it's a bit of a puzzle to work out.
It is, exactly, and it's a very unlike, you're learning things, but it's a challenge to put them in place with someone else who could do anything. You've no idea what they're going to do. So you're also trying to encourage them to do what you want them to do. Meanwhile, they're trying to get you to do what they want you to do. So it's kind of a battle of wills and skills and physical, it's physical, it's mental. I think that's the other thing I like about it. I'm not super sporty, but I like puzzles. So it's the challenge of that puzzle and just the fun of doing something.
I just wondering if you could explain the pieces of armour that you're putting on.
Okay, we've got a chest protector, which is just a little bit more protection. And on top of that is a plastron, just lift your arm, which has got no seam underneath the arm. So that's any sleeve, it's a strong point, but normally under the arm is a weak spot. So by having a plastron, it's added protection without a seam. On top of that will go the jacket. Zipper on the left-hand side, again with the flap covering the zip, so as a right-handed fencer, completely protected. And finally, the glove, which goes over the sleeve, so nothing can get in underneath the sleeve. And the épée d'or, the golden épée.
When you're dueling and having a bout, this is wired into a receiver on the wall, so it runs down a wire to the end point, and whenever you connect, it sends a current, so it knows that you've hit your target.
Oh wow.
So I love fencing because it's the ideas behind it is really, it's a very simple game, but it's very easy to make it complicated, and it's a sport for life, so we've got people of all ages and stuff to come along and play, and it's great. yeah, lots of people to fence.
I love fencing because it provides me with a real challenging sport. I use it as part of my workout regime. I go to the gym as well, but there's nothing like getting at the end of an EP with another guy who wants to stab you in the throat. So really, really intense workout, really great. I use it alongside my surfing and alongside my workout at the gym, and we have a great team here at Institute of Fencing, so good fun.
I do fencing because it gives me good opportunities to see my friends, and it's just a really fun and like inclusive sport, and it's a good sport to play.
I think now's the right time to make your announcement.
Thank you, Emma. It is with great sorrow and great despair that I must announce my retirement with Canstaff Sport. The journey has been short, but it has been a blast, and honestly, I've really enjoyed making these episodes on the sports in Canterbury. And I don't know, it's been a huge amount of fun, and I hope you guys enjoyed it as much as I did making it.
We're gonna miss you. But I wish you the best of luck with your future.
Thank you very much. If you like this episode and you would like to find out more about sports that you didn't quite know about, maybe like fencing and or speed skating, give the video a like and check out the page as well. Give it a follow. We've got plenty of episodes just like this one, and we make new ones every single week. But for now, ka kite Canterbury.
And if you tune in next week, you'll see who my new co-host is.